Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time. Excuse my looks and all that. It is hot in here. I've been without AC. So, I have a lot to update you guys on. And this is going to be one video. I'm sorry if there's pauses. I'm having issues with my phone uploading videos. I've been trying to upload a video for a while now. And every time I do, it says error. So I'm not able to edit videos or anything like that. And I'm very sorry for that. I'll fix it somehow. Or find a way around it. Sorry. Out of breath. Alright, so what to update you guys on first. This is going to be a long video, just FYI. Hubby and I moved. We are no longer in Florida. We are now in South Carolina. Not too much of a difference, but it's a difference. The people are different, the accents, the weather. But yes, we're in South Carolina now. Florida was just a very negative place for us. I will go into that more on a totally another video, but hubby and I came very close to having a divorce. Like I said, that will be a totally different video. This video is going to be a positive one. So, as you guys know, I have quite a few infertility videos up. I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovary syndrome. It causes me to have a hormonal imbalance. I have high testosterone. I'm not sure if I'm insulin resistant because I was never fully told if I was. I'm just kind of assuming. But I'm from my understanding, I'm a very shallow point on PCOS. Like, I'm considered PCOS, but I'm also not. It's very weird. The doctor that I was with was very, sorry, I'm gonna adjust this for a second, was very rude and unprofessional, and it was just, bleh. Okay, so, lost my train of thought. Give me a damn minute. So PCOS sucked. I do tend to get a mustache. Not horribly, not like a lot of women do. It's not dark, it's peach fuzz. But if you look up close, you can see it. And it's shitty. But, so I do shave like a man. As you can see, I'm a heavy-set woman. I was never a heavy-set woman before. Like, I had a little pudge. I had a pocket of fat. But my arms were skinny, my face was skinny, everything was skinny. And of course at the time I was like, oh, I'm fat. I want to slap myself now for saying that. But, no, I was never a heavy-set woman. And from all the research I've done, people with PCOS are heavy-set women. And it's not, they don't have PCOS because they're heavy-set. The PCOS is what causes the heavy-setness. So if I was able to get my PCOS under control, I would be losing weight. I would be back to a slimmer me. Maybe not skinny, but I surely would not be considered obese. Because I'm considered obese. I want to personally think that I'm not. Like, when I think obese, I think women who don't have curves. Like, they don't have curves. Like, their fat just kind of just overflows that. I still have curves. I'm a very curvy girl. And that's what makes me think I'm not, I shouldn't be considered obese. Like, I personally don't feel like I hit that scale yet. I'm close. I'm 224 pounds. I do feel like I'm close, but not there yet. I don't plan on getting there either. So, let's move on to the news. As I said, I've been trying to make a video for weeks now. Hubby and I have been trying to have a baby for about 4 years now, ever since my son was little. Now, I'm thankful that we didn't end up having a baby that early because, you know, a lot of shit went down. like almost a half a year ago now. And it was just it would have been shitty if I had a kid in the process, you know? I feel like somebody was helping us and just telling us, you know, no, it's not the right time. And maybe this is why, like, she, whether it's a person or however you want to think it, I'm saying it, but whatever. I feel like, we were basically told to wait. We didn't. Well, we were trying for a while. Like, I was taking ovulation tests and pregnancy tests all the time. And ever since that crap happened, I stopped. I was just like, screw it. You know, we're not ready. We're too immature with our own relationship. We can't have a kid right now. The shit was bad. Well, you know, a lot of people give up on their marriage, and I wasn't ready to. I made a commitment, and as fucked up as the shit went down, I wasn't ready to give up. I don't want to say it wasn't his fault, because it was his choice. He made his choices, but other people were influencing his choices as well. My husband is I don't want to say gullible. He wants to please people, to the max. And sometimes he will turn his back on people he loves to please the other people he thinks he loves too. And it fucked everything up. So we looked at each other after things had calmed down and we said, we need to move. We either need to move or get divorced, because at this point, the people that were influencing him had too much influence on him, and it was either we move and leave that all behind, or we have to end this marriage. No doubt, in my mind. I love him to death, but the pain he put me through wasn't forgivable at the time. And I was just very upset, and unless he tried and got away from those people, it wasn't gonna happen. So within a month, was it a month or 2 months? No, I want to say 2 months. Within 2 months, not even, like a month and a half, we packed up our house and moved. Now, this move was unplanned. It wasn't set in motion very quick. It was set in motion so quick that a lot of shit got left behind. We lost a lot of our stuff. A lot. A lot of our stuff is gone, and we had to start from scratch. But you know what? Objects can be replaced. Relationships cannot. I mean, I guess they can, but in my opinion, they cannot. So we packed up, we moved. A lot of our stuff got left behind. Our family's back there. Not to mention, they were also the negative influences in our relationship. You know, his parents were telling him to leave me, and mine were telling me to leave him, type deal. Just nobody ever wanted us to work out from the beginning. So it all just kind of weighed on us so much, and it just collapsed. So we are now in South Carolina. We've been here for 4 months, almost 5. So it hasn't been long at all. But within that time of being here, our relationship has solidified again. Everything that has happened back then, back in Florida, no longer exists. Those people no longer exist. Except our family, of course, because, you know, they're family. But those people no longer exist. Those people are trash. They are nothing. We don't talk about them anymore. We don't talk about what happened. And no, we're not running from our problems, because I know a lot of people will say this. We are not running from our problems. We were removing ourselves from a bad situation. My husband is a recovering alcoholic and a recovering drug addict, both of which were destroyed because of these people. So, I mean, you remove yourself from the, like, when a drug, okay, let's put it this way. When a drug addict is using drugs and he wants to stop, Does he run away from it by going to rehab? No. He removes himself from the situation so he can be clear-headed and do it himself. Okay? That's all we did. That's the example I'm putting. Now, we don't know anybody here. My cousin does live here, but she is like 3 hours away. Well, 2 hours. We've only seen her twice since we've been here. But, so, this is a fresh start. Like, not to mention, I'm just gonna say this right away, that he did have a job set up before we came here. Otherwise, that'd be just total freaking stupidness if we came here without a job. But, my husband has a new job, and it's a good job, but you know companies, they say they're gonna do one thing and then do the other, so we're dealing with a little bit of that crap, but once we're, you know, established with the company for a while, I don't think we'll have any issues. Okay, so that's all caught up. My daughter is still with my mom. She's finishing up school. On June 22nd, we are actually going and driving to Florida, and we are going to be picking her up, and all her crap, or I mean toys, and you know, all of that is going to be coming back with us, and she is going to be staying with us permanently. She's not going back with my mom again, unless it's just in the summer, you know, because that's what I did with my grandmother. She's going to have her own room. It was Hunter's room, but Hunter has a phobia right now. He will not sleep in a room. Even our room, he has trouble sleeping in. I don't know if it's because he feels like enclosed or what, but he won't sleep in his room. So that is going to be her room because she's older and she doesn't like to play with him all the time. So she can have her own space. Now, so he sleeps in the living room right now, and once our lease is up here, we are actually going to be moving into a bigger home, so each kid can have their own room. Now the thing is we are in a 3-bedroom right now. And Hunter is graciously giving up his room for Callie, and Callie's room is going to be occupied soon. So if that's not your little hint, after 4 years of trying to conceive, we are finally pregnant. I'm sorry, I got weird. I am 8 weeks, 2 days today, and everything is going good from my understanding. I mean, I had a little bit of a scare, but I'll get into that later. So I'm 8 weeks, 2 days pregnant, and we are so excited. Guys, I can't tell you, I at first, because I wasn't trying to get pregnant right now, but I don't ovulate. I ovulate once a year, maybe. And something told me, hey, you know, I have a gut feeling that I'm going to be ovulating soon. I'm kind of getting cranky. My boobs hurt, you know, I'm just like, something's up. So I take a ovulation test, and lo and behold, it is positive the day I freaking take it. So I'm like, well, crap. And there's nothing I can do about that because you're supposed to plan ahead before you get your positive to have sex. Well, luckily we had sex like that whole week straight. So we know the exact day we conceived. We know, and it was confirmed by ultrasound that we are pinpoint correct on the day we conceived. Now, I have a few things to show you guys, and I've taken this, I can't believe it's still on, to be honest. Pregnant, as you can see, that's me, that's mine. It's still on, and it's, God, when, I took it as early as I possibly could, so, 4, 5, 6, 7, holy shit, this has been on for a freaking month, and it's still on, and just because I also kept the 2-liner, because, well, for a baby book. I know that eventually this other one will stop saying pregnant, but no big deal. Until it does, it does. Now, I do have an ultrasound. I had my ultrasound April 1st. Haha, April Fool's Day. Now, on here, it says 8 weeks, 6 days, but they went by my last menstrual period. But I'm actually 8 weeks, 2 days today, which when I was 7 weeks, 2 days when they took the ultrasound. Now, this ultrasound tech was a total, I don't want to say bitch. She wasn't mean, but she was like, she put the Doppler on my tummy. Like, she didn't do a transvaginal. Like, I think they don't want to do that no more. She put it on my belly, measured it, and then stopped. That was it. I could hear the heartbeat for like 2 seconds, and that was it. She was just like, you're done. Thanks? Like, every ultrasound I've had, they are like, oh, you know, maybe we'll see the baby move. And they're fairly nice. Like, what the hell? Okay, but this is the crappy picture I have of my baby, which I'm pretty sure where it says baby is head, and that's the tail, but, you know, whatever, she's not gonna put me down. So, that is my ultrasound. Now, I am considered high risk because of my previous preeclampsia, my weight, PCOS, and I did have a miscarriage last year, but because it was only one, they don't care about that. Now, I am going to be on the estrogen shots again, but they're not starting me until 20 weeks this time, because apparently 20 weeks is when stuff tends to go bad, which is understandable. Plus, getting a shot in the ass every week is not pleasant, and if I can hold off on that, I will. Now, she told me I didn't have to, but I want to be better safe than sorry, because just because. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to have an early baby, because Callie, she was born a month early. Now, the thing is they changed her due date twice. They pushed it back and pushed it back because she was measuring smaller later in the pregnancy. The very first ultrasound is the one you should always go by. That put her at November 22nd was her due date. She was born November 1st. Okay, that's 22 days difference, and that's actually normal. Oh, wait, 14... Is 22 days normal? Because 7 weeks, so that's like 3 weeks before the due date. And I'm pretty sure that's still considered like 37, 38, 39, 40. Yeah, I would have been 37 weeks. But they moved her due date, to December 3rd. So that put her at a month early, when really I think she wasn't that early. She didn't have to go to the NICU. She was on the small side, but my family has very small babies, which is fine. I'd prefer that. To be honest, I don't want to push out a 10-pounder, okay? Hunter was induced, but technically I did go into labor at 30, was it 30 weeks? 30 weeks. I went into labor at 30 weeks. And that was due to preeclampsia. My preeclampsia went unnoticed, and I almost went into a seizure. I ended up bleeding, and I had to go to I was having contractions. And that was after I had sex. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm like we were too rough. But no, I was starting to have contractions. And I'm like, no, hospital right away. So we went to the hospital, and she's like, are you nervous right now? I'm like, well, yeah, I always get nervous, but why? Why are you asking? My blood pressure was like through the roof. She's like, we need to get her on magnesium now, or she's going to end up seizing. And that was, oh my God, that was scary. That was really scary. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, induced because the preeclampsia was killing me. So at 32 weeks, he was born. Now, if I didn't have the preeclampsia, I feel like he would have been fine. Hunter, I said I'm busy. I will come get you when I'm done. Sorry about that. Like I said, I can only do one take on the video. So, so as I was saying, he was early, But if I was in a bad situation, I was under a lot of stress, I was in a very abusive relationship mentally and physically, so I feel like that played a toll on the preeclampsia. So, not to mention it was a different father than my daughter's. So this pregnancy, it is a different father again. And because I had preeclampsia, I have a higher chance of having it. Not by much, but with my weight, everyone's like, oh yeah, you're definitely. Plus, I've had issues with my blood pressure since I've gained all this weight since I had my son. High blood pressure does run in the family, but usually they don't have to take meds for it. No, I'm busy. You go away till I'm done. What else? So yeah, this baby is going to be considered high risk. We have everything in set for preventatives and all that. But they're gonna I'm actually with a midwife, surprisingly. Like, I looked at her credentials and she is a midwife, not an OBGYN. That is a little scary for me. I've always wanted a midwife because they are less invasive. They let you do your pregnancy the way you want to, and I love that. But I was always told high risk, they're a no-go because they don't want to be invasive, and when you're high risk, you kind of need the invasive part. But I met her and she's pretty awesome. She's fun. She laughs with us, and she's actually a very sweet lady. I'm gonna see her again on the 30th of April, and they're gonna do blood work and that stupid glucose test. So I'm gonna talk to her in depth on that visit. I'm gonna talk to her more about my concerns, because the first visit I went to, I was nervous. I was getting a pap smear. I didn't want to talk. I was nervous. I did talk to her. I said, am I considered high risk? What are we gonna do? Oof. But this time I want to talk to her, even though it's early. I want to talk to her about the hospital. I want to see what she does. Sorry. Talking too fast because I don't want to make this video too long. So I did want to talk to her and in depth. I did look up the hospital that I'm going to be going to, and from their process for giving birth, it sounds awesome. Like, they lay the baby on you for an hour before they do anything. Well, I mean, they probably cut the cord, more than likely, or they don't. They do the pulse thing. I think that's up to you as a mom, but they lay the baby on you skin to skin for an hour the minute they're born. After that hour, they will take the baby and, you know, prick them, which is so sad, and do whatever they need to do, as long as the baby is fine and there's no complications, which is freaking awesome. Most hospitals are just like, yeah, here, kiss your baby, I'm taking it. With Hunter, I didn't get to touch him at all because he was way preemie and they had to take him right away. Callie, she was laid on me right away, and oh my god, it was the most amazing thing ever. This time, I'm not going to be shy. This is my third baby. I'm not going to be shy. I might not even wear a bra throughout the birthing process. Like, I want that skin to skin right away. Grandma will still be on my chest, though. I will not. I'll just, you know, push her a little to the side. But, no. I want that skin to skin right away. I want that. I don't want to be like I was before. I don't want to sit there and just do what they tell me to do. Like, I've looked up the things that you can and cannot do in a hospital. And you know what? I will make that a separate video. I will post it after this one. So if you've come this far and you want to see that video, go for it, because there's a lot of information that you mamas want to know. And the hospital does not want you to know. So I will tell you about that after I upload this video, and then I'll upload that one. But so I think that'll be the end of this video for now, because it is 24 minutes long and nobody ever freaking watches it that long. If you skipped, I don't feel bad for you. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. But I am pregnant. I am super excited, and I feel like I'm showing because it's my third, but don't judge me, okay? I will always do a belly on every video. but like, yeah, I have some jiggly, but I'm also very firm. Yes, a lot of people say that it is bloat, but hey, whatever. It's baby. Also a quick thing, I did find the heartbeat on my home Doppler today. Couldn't measure it, and it was so very brief that I'm gonna try again later and record it. So that might also be another video that I put up. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. These videos are to help people, inform people, and have my kids be embarrassed when they're old enough to watch these videos and they get boyfriends and girlfriends. So, I love you guys. Thank you so much if you got through this video. If not, if any information was helpful, I'm glad. So, love you guys. I will post the other video too. Have an awesome day.